Hi, it's Josh with RIB Radio, and this is a message from author C.J. Lovik on the word wisdom in the Hebrew language.
The dictionary defines wisdom as the quality or state of being wise. Wisdom is having knowledge of what is true or right, coupled with the ability to make a just judgment or perform a just action. Wisdom includes the twin concepts of discernment and insight. Wisdom can also be scholarly, knowledge, or learning. Wisdom is also defined as a precept, teaching, or saying that is wise. The purpose of this investigation of the Hebrew words for wisdom is to answer the most common perplexing questions that surround the word wisdom. Wisdom, by its very definition, is filled with mysteries. The first question I would like to address is this: is there more than one kind of godly wisdom? The answer is yes. There are several disclosures regarding godly wisdom. First of all, there's creation wisdom. There is a wisdom that is foundational to the creation of the world. This is a wisdom that is not attainable by man. It is out of man's reach. This is a wisdom that belongs to God alone. In Psalms 136:5, we read this: "To him that by wisdom made the heavens." In Proverbs 13:19, we read this: "The Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth." In Jeremiah 10:12, we read, "It is he that made the earth by his power, who established the world by his wisdom, and by his understanding stretched out the heavens." Wisdom is from above. The second thing we need to understand is that true wisdom only comes from above. James 3:14, "But if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambition in your hearts, do not boast and be false to the truth. This is not the wisdom that comes down from above." In James 3:17 it says, "But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere." We are told to seek wisdom. The third thing we need to understand is that God delights to fortify his children with true wisdom and encourages us to seek and search for wisdom. In Proverbs 4:7 we read this: "Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom." In Ecclesiastes 2:26 we read, "For God giveth to a man that is good in his sight wisdom and knowledge and joy." It all begins with wisdom. The fourth thing we need to understand about true wisdom is that it always starts with one condition. The condition is always the first foundational lesson in godly wisdom. The first step on the pathway of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. In Proverbs 9:10 we read this: "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." In Proverbs 15:33 we read, "The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom." And finally in Job 28:28 we read, "And unto man he said, Behold the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom." The first mention of the word wisdom used in connection to all the children of Israel is found in Deuteronomy 4:6. Here we find Moses instructing the children of Israel to keep the precepts and the laws that God has given them. Listen to what the Lord says, Deuteronomy 4:6. "Keep them and do them, for that will be your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the peoples, who, when they hear all these statutes, will say, Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." In this verse, we learn that wisdom has a purpose that is larger than any one person. Wisdom is meant to be observed and practiced as a testimony to others. Wisdom is displayed as a sign of greatness and understanding that is meant to reveal something about the source of all true wisdom. Where does wisdom come from? The answer is found in the first picture that is embedded in the first letter in the Hebrew word we translate as wisdom. So let's look at the picture meaning of wisdom. What else can we learn by investigating the picture meaning of the Hebrew words for wisdom that we don't already know? The first thing we learn is that in the Hebrew there are actually two words for wisdom. Each has its own special meaning. In this lesson we're going to be exploring the first word, the first time it's found in Deuteronomy 4:6. Let's explore what this Hebrew word wisdom means by investigating the picture language just under each of the four Hebrew letters Chet, Koth, Mem, and Tav that is revealed in the first mention of the word wisdom disclosed in Deuteronomy 4:6. Chet is a picture of a private sanctuary, a secure hidden place of protection. Kav is a picture of a hand, and it means to cover or uncover. Mem is a picture of waters, and it can mean living waters or the waters of destruction. Tav is a picture of crossed sticks, and can mean a cross, a sign, or a covenant. While there is more than one message that emerges from these 4 pictures, let me share the most obvious one first. Chet informs us that wisdom is pictured as something that comes from a private sanctuary, a hidden place. Kav informs us that wisdom can either be covered and withheld, or it can be uncovered and released. Mem informs us that the wisdom that comes from above is meant to bring life. Tav informs us that the wisdom that comes from above and brings life will be a sign to other nations and people groups. What is the sign? The answer is found in the first mention of the word wisdom in the scriptures in Deuteronomy 6:4. Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. How is this wisdom attained? Moses tells us the answer. This wisdom, the wisdom in view in Deuteronomy 4:6, is the wisdom that is attained by hearing, understanding, and following the precepts of Yod-He, Vav-He.
And if that was a blessing to you, let us know. Leave a comment or send us a message. Also, check out the other videos on the site. There's a number of other word studies. Subscribe to our mailing list. And if you want to look into this a little bit more deeply, you can get the book. You can get it at livingwordin3d.com or rockonthebooks.com.